The 2025 NFL offseason may be winding down, but the roster building process is far from over. Teams still have time to make moves and refine their squads before the season kicks off. One of the most effective ways to improve this late in the offseason? Trades. Whether it's to plug a hole in a roster, move on from a player, or free up cap space, the trade market remains alive and well. This offseason has already seen its share of blockbuster trades, but we're still waiting to see how certain transactions will impact teams in the long run. The Bryce Huff trade, sent from the Philadelphia Eagles to the San Francisco 49ers, has raised eyebrows for its potential to shift the balance of power in the NFC. With that in mind, let's dive into the trade, breaking down the details and grading it from each team's perspective. The 49ers are banking on Huff's 2024 struggles being an anomaly for the San Francisco 49ers. This move is all about bolstering their pass rush. The 49ers have long been one of the NFL's premier defensive units, but they've been in search of a reliable edge rusher to pair with their star, Nick Bosa. Enter Bryce Huff. A year ago, Huff was one of the most coveted free agents on the market, coming off a standout 2023 season with the New York Jets, where he notched 10 sacks and looked like a rising star in the league. The Philadelphia Eagles, already an elite team, decided to take a swing on Huff, signing him to a 3-year, $51.1 million contract. On paper, Huff seemed like a perfect fit for Philly's high-powered defense, bringing the kind of pass rush ability that could elevate an already dominant unit. But things didn't go as planned. Huff's 2024 season in Philly was a dramatic departure from his previous performance. His pass rush win rate plummeted to a career-low 19%, which, while still above average, was far from the elite numbers he posted with the Jets in 2022, 26%, and 2023, a top 10 pass rush win rate among edge rushers. With only 2.5 sacks in the regular season and limited playing time, Huff's struggles were clear. To make matters worse, Huff's season was interrupted by a wrist injury that required surgery, causing him to miss several games in the second half of the season. Even after he returned to health for the postseason, Huff was a non-factor in the Super Bowl, sidelined as a healthy scratch. It became apparent that the Eagles had moved on from Huff as a primary contributor, and that's where the 49ers stepped in. San Francisco is hoping that Huff's 2024 performance was an outlier, a bump in the road rather than a sign of things to come. The 49ers are taking a calculated risk, hoping they can tap into the version of Huff that terrorized quarterbacks in New York. Despite his struggles last season, Huff still boasts an impressive resume and solid metrics, particularly his elite pass rush get-off. Over the past few seasons, his time to cross the line of scrimmage has fluctuated, from an absurdly fast 0.67 seconds in 2022 to a slower 0.79 seconds in 2024. Still, even at his worst, Huff's get-off is better than most edge rushers in the league. The 49ers could use Huff in a situational pass rush role, giving him fewer snaps and more opportunities to create havoc against opposing quarterbacks in obvious passing situations. This would allow Huff to focus on what he does best, disrupting the pocket, while rookie Michael Williams handles more of the run-heavy situations. If there's anyone who might be able to get the most out of Huff, it's 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, who coached Huff with the Jets from 2021 to 2023 and knows the intricacies of his game. In terms of financials, San Francisco got Huff at a discount. Huff restructured his contract ahead of the trade, ensuring the 49ers only have to pay him just under $8 million in 2025, which is a steal considering Huff's upside. Coupled with a late-round draft pick sent to the Eagles, this trade feels like a low-risk, high-reward move for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. The verdict: a win for the 49ers. When looking at this trade from both angles, it's clear that the 49ers come out ahead. While they are gambling on Huff returning to his previous form, they are doing so with minimal financial commitment and a relatively low price tag. San Francisco is deep in the Super Bowl hunt, and a few more impactful pass rushers could be the difference between a championship and a deep playoff exit. If Huff can get back to even 80% of his previous level of play, he'll be a great asset in their pursuit of another title. For the Eagles, while they do clear cap space and gain a draft pick, moving on from Huff was an inevitability. It doesn't sting too much, but it certainly doesn't feel like a major win either. At the end of the day, the 49ers took the calculated risk, and it looks like it could pay off in a big way.